Cardboard PC Kingdom is a segment that we add to our channel when we're building crazy stuff. You know, building PCs out of cardboard. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, all those cases were built basically out of cardboard. So, I got this idea, right? A modification for liquid cooling system, right? So, I was in here talking about how it'd be cool if we could put in some of that aluminum thermal, like tape, or basically the lining that they use that I used to insulate the garage. If we could use something like that for the inside of the box, and the fans that I have over here, these fans that I bought for the Icebox PC over here, these fans have to be somewhere between 4,000 RPMs. Because man, these things are much more faster than the previous fans that I have sitting on the liquid cooling system right now. These fans I have right here are nice, but them ice blue fans over there, man, those mints, man, those things are freaking amazing. So I gotta build me. I'm gonna build me a unit, a modification unit for my for a cooling system. Definitely for a cooling system. Like it's an adapter to attach to your liquid cooling system, so you can get more coolage to the radiator system to cool down the CPU even farther. You know why I didn't even thought about that? See over here, we got one here. This is one right here. This is a box system I have. Two boxes here, radiator right here, and then we got these amazing fans right here. These fans are super, super chill. These things have really high RPMs. I mean, the fan, look, it's blowing air right across here. These don't even do that right here. So what I want to do is I want to build me a freezer box system. We're going to put in, I'm taking the stock fans off. The new liquid cooling system coming in, I'm taking the stock fans off. I'm adding these fans to the stock fans. I'm going to take the box system and put it here in the middle. And then I'm going to put additional set of these fans back here on the boxes. And then I'm going to put another box system between this and another set of additional fans there. Man, this is going to be so freaking icy. All right, so I'll explain the schematics on how we're going to put this thing together. Is this for a particular PC? No, I'm building attachments, parts, modifications for my parts that I want to get, you know what I mean? If I want to build a PC, I want to make sure I can actually build modifications for it to actually make those parts work much more sufficient. I got all my orders out the door. Everybody's taken care of. I got to send tracking numbers over. Where's the other tracking number at? So make sure I keep track of that one. That's when I went overseas. Yeah. Come along, it's a fantastic voyage. All right. I had to ship over to the Philippines, get that done. It wasn't too bad. It's like 96 bucks to ship overseas to the Philippines. So I think I'm going to use for this system, it's the new modification setup we're going to do. So I'm going to start building, it's the new modification setup we're going to do. So I'm going to start building things to be able to mod out and have my stuff run more sufficient. And if this box system works correctly, this is going to be fantastic for my my graphic card. What is he doing? Why is he gets always gets charged up. If I come exciting, he gets charged up because he feels my energy going off. Yeah, man, I was walking down the street and boom, the whole entire schematic just popped in my head. Lord bless me how to put the whole thing together. Just right there. As I'm walking, it's all being put together in my head. It's insane. I'm telling you. It's like I can see all the parts, the pieces, everything just all coming together on what I want to build and what I'm put together. So it's not a PC, it's modifications to make my equipment, my parts run much more sufficient. So basically that idea, when I talked about lining the inside of the box with that kind of aluminum thermal cooling, That stuff, I know, because I had it in the garage, and that stuff is freaking unbelievable. That stuff cools an area down rapidly, and I mean rapidly. What is he doing? As long as you don't go to by the cloud. It cools it down rapidly. I remember the temperature that was in that garage when I came in there in the summertime. It was like really unbearable. That lining that I put in there, you would literally have to wear a hoodie in there in the summertime. It was literally that cold in there. It didn't take much to trigger it. A basic fan with a basically, it felt like a fan felt like an air conditioner in there. So that having that experience with that particular please don't get that in my cloud. Taco, don't hit my cloud with that, please. I'm gonna have to put something up there. I'm gonna have to put, whoop, that went up pretty high. I'm gonna have to put something up there to block that off because he's gonna do something stupid. I know him. Go ahead, have fun. Rawr. What you doing? Wow. Have fun? Yes, you are. You're not in any trouble. I gotta put something up there to keep from hitting my cloud. But you're good. All right? There we go. Put that there so you don't hit the cloud. That way you don't get in any trouble. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna build me. I'm gonna build me the schematics for that. Now let me see. Well, first things first. I need some substitution. I just came in. I had to grab some things, some stuff I needed. I'm gonna go in and get ready to start building the blueprints. Of course, we need candy. He wanted vanilla drink. He likes finesse and quick. I got him some of this. That's what he's probably happy about. Like, yeah, you got vanilla. I got your vanilla, baby. I got your vanilla. You are good to go. I got your vanilla. Wow. Look at you all giddy like a new schoolgirl with a new dress. Yeah, this system, I'm going to put a temperature gauge on it to see what my temperature is going to be. How far we can get it to drop. Because, man, these fans are super amazing. I've had some fans with some really super cool RPMs on it, but these things are really freaking fast. So definitely worth the investment of 4 fans for 20 bucks. That's all they cost me. Usually if you want fans over the 3,000 RPM, you're talking about $27 a fan. And they don't even light up. They're just they're black industrial fans. That's what they are. Those things don't even light up. Those things are incredible. Now, when I had the hard drive, and the PC over here was giving me some issues, that's why I had to pull it out of the Dell. Because over here was giving me problems. Since I got in here, I haven't had any problems at all. That fan system on top of it. One of the workers must be upstairs. It gotta be. I've never seen him this excited ever. He gets this way. There's a certain woman that comes, I think he has a crush on her. And I think she's over there working. When he comes over, he's a totally different cat. So this is going to allow me to build an adapter system that's going to fit for any of my liquid cooling systems. Allow them to basically freeze that radiator. That's just to understand. The key part of your liquid cooling system is the radiator. Because that's where all your that hot water that's sitting inside of that reserve, that little that box system, that's your reserve where the water's going to be at with a little tiny fan that pushes it around those tubes. That is where it's going to be drawing all that hot water that's going to be coming off your CPU. The heat from your CPU is going to be heating up that water inside that little cube. And that cube's going to push that water through those tubing system that's going to go to your radiator system. Your radiator system is what cools the water down to keep the CPU cool. If you can keep the radiator cool down at a rapid pace, that means the temperature in that liquid actually pushes up much higher, which means your cooling rate drops even farther. And this is also fantastic if you're overclocking. So I'm building the experimental modification parts for my parts. Now, the small boxes are better because the small boxes can accommodate a 120 millimeter fan. Of course, I have to figure out we're going to have to probably build the big ones, like the huge 440s. They'll have to be done by scratch. Scratch. We're going to call it extreme scratch. I don't expect for people to, what do you call it? I don't expect for people to share my point of view or how I see and do things. But I do things strictly, basically, to have all our stuff documented. I mean, when I come back to this later on, say, hey, look, I want to build a better version of that. How did I begin that process? All right. People kill me at the end of the day. I love the people at the end of the day. Why? Because you can take someone's actions as an insult, or you can take their actions as studying human behavior. I'll tell you why. Because some people have in their heads that you have to wear suits and ties and all that stuff in order to show importance. So you have to have a suit and tie on in order to show that you're a person of either great wealth or a person of, I don't know, intellectual in business. You know what I found out? The person who comes to a party and is dressed like an everyday normal person is the smartest person in the room. The most humble and the most smartest person in the room. Those are the people that gravitate. People like to go near people who have suits and are dressed all nice and everything. No, I found them to be quite boring. Like when I went down to that office building and flew me out there in California, everybody had on nice clothes, expensive, very expensive clothes on. And the front person is sitting there with the cargos on and everyday clothes. You would never guess at the end of the day. This guy spent 7 years in a nuclear submarine. He was a nuclear chemist. You'd have never thought, a million years. But he was. We can't put this together. We have to lightly put this together. We have to take it apart to reline it. I'm ordering my stuff right now to line the inside of it. But I want to put it together so I can cut my holes into it. But yeah, I never would have thought in a million years. Low key, that's what it is, low key. I like to be low key. That's what I like to be. Not a big fan of the suits and all that stuff, not for me. Low key as I can possibly get. What about that world? Yeah, yes, I wear a white t-shirt. It's a white t-shirt. Not expensive. Got my t-shirts now for $1.50 t-shirt. Just to wear a white t-shirt all the time. So, some people look at kids and die like, you're supposed to be this and that and the other. If you only knew. And do you have to show and prove it? No. I don't say anything about it. I have nothing to prove. Things like I'm going to have trolls come on there and say, oh, you were the same thing, this, that, and the other. I don't care. I got nothing to prove. I don't live in that prison kind of life. People live in a prison life like that. They're free, but technically they're not. They're worrying about what other people think all day. You're a prisoner to other people. I don't care. It means nothing to me at the end of the day. I'm not spending money for you. I work what makes me happy. Alright, where's my pencil and pen? And I need a piece of tape for this. But yep, I tell people, live Don't worry about what other people think. Oh. You're going to dress like that? Yep. Well, what up? Don't care. I was at my care today. So where did I put that at? I just had tape. I literally had tape. I put a couple of boxes today. Just had tape. Don't really care about being around masses of crowds and all that stuff. We live within our own world. We entertain ourselves in our own world. Oh, that was pretty good. I'm gonna regret that. I'm definitely gonna regret it. Now, bigger question. What did I do with the tape? Right, whatever. I just take this right here and use this. Still gotta find the tape. We already just had it. We just took boxes to the post office 10 minutes ago. How did we lose it that fast? We'll use this instead. So, excuse me. Now, did anything happen to make me start talking that way? Nah. I just observe things. I observe things and I study people. I study their behavior, everything. That's what I do. I don't try to analyze and try to figure them out. I just study them. And I find the human behavior fascinating. This is the size of a 120 millimeter fan. Precisely. You have them over there. That's what I find. I find them fascinating. I wonder. So if this is the top and it folds over to this, that means it'll be, oh, that would make it so much easier. Wow, I didn't think about that. Yeah, she's out there. That's why he's acting that way. Can you stop showing off? There you. You're weird. Oh, I can hear her now. I didn't hear her at first. I can hear her. That's why he's running. He got a crush on her. Unbelievable. Boy, I tell you. Look at this woman. You got a crush? Are you in love? That's your girlfriend? Oh my goodness. My cat has a crush on the woman over there. It's unbelievable. That's why he stopped me to do is run around doing his little acrobats. Oh, you in love? Loser. I love you, Taco. Loser. Loser. Ooh, you're in love. Ooh. Wrong species, Jack. Wrong species. Wrong species, buddy. You're a little off on that. I wonder, I'm curious if this would work. So take a second guessing at stuff. Goes here. It works. It works. I can get both sides perfectly if I do it that way. Oh, macaroni and cheese. Yes. So you want to bring it a little bit over here at most. So this is part of the box there. So to bring it here, you want to be right about there. So that would say right about there would be perfect. Could you be too close to the edge there? So you'd have to be this way. Yeah, that would be perfect. I'm going to order the tape for the insulation for the inside. Start the process on that. Let's see, it's 4 fans per each one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 2, 3. We have radiator. Radiator's here. So radiator's here. 2 fans here. Radiator. Fans in here. Box system. Fans there. So you definitely want to do 2 boxes. So you have to do them side by side. That's why. What did you do, Joker? Joker, I'm going to tell you something. I need to think, alright? You're occupying my space of thinking. You know I don't like that. When I got something in my head, I like to get it done. Right now you're occupying. Move. Now you're in my space. I don't like that. I got things I got to do. Behave yourself now. A little crush at the end of the day. Get your act together. Got a crush on the woman next door over there. That's why he's acting that way. When he comes over, he does that little dance. No, not in a million years. You know why? Because I like my solitude. I like to be, I can design my stuff. I can do this all day, people. I can basically get in here and design my stuff all day long. In my own world. Yeah, radiator, 2 fans, box system. Why don't you just double the box? If you double the box, but then no, on a huge radiator, on a new system, the whole system. So if we put the fans here, we put the box here. We put 2 fans here to the box, and then we put the box with 2 fans here. The box, but you might just put 2 of them together. If you put 2 of them together, we can basically multiply the cooling system by filling it up with cold and pushing it right through. So what we can do is we can insulate the 2 boxes together. 2 boxes here and 2 boxes there. All right, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You push my patience too far. Come on, let's go, let's go. Go to your hut, 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 go to your hut. He goes in there when he gets in trouble. He's doing too much now. He's crawling under my desk and basically knocking things over. I don't know what. He gets like that every time she comes by. He does that weird stuff. He can stay in there. He has a big hut over there. He's good. Keep him out of trouble. I'm trying to think at the same time, and he's in my brain right now. I don't need you in my brain when I'm trying to do something. All right, so we have two fans here. We have fans in the back. Dual box system. Outtake fans. So you have to have a dual box system. The dual box system is going to have a way for air to pass back and forth through the channel. It can't be boxed off here. Air has to travel from here to here. So we have to open up the box system. Let me see. That would be complicated, but that would be interesting. If you can put fans inside of the box system and stuff, smaller fans. Okay, let me see. So I got some women that, when they know that I have a lot of time that I get the chance to work on things and be to myself, they figure that, hey, this is someone I can get together with and we can go out and do stuff together. And no, no. I got my time. I like my time. I had women say, you don't get lonely? No, look what I do all day. My brain functions. I was just walking down the street and I got this whole idea on how to build this icebox liquid cooling system for water cooling systems to actually bring up the freezer temperature even higher by using an insulation system. Really? You think I can honestly be bored? No, that's virtually impossible. That is definitely virtually impossible. Like, no. I like watching these, whatchamacallits, on YouTube, and it's about men talking about being single. I love watching those. I love watching them so much. It's self-empowering. It is on so many levels. It is. Just realize how much power you actually have. Now, don't get me wrong. People that are married sometimes watch this thing at the end of the day. It's not to break up. It's to each his own at the end of the day. There are just some people who choose to be by themselves, and they like it. And I'm one of those people. I like my life. I love it. I would not trade this for anything in the world. I did this already. I can honestly say that I did the 5-year stretch. I did one already. I'll never do it again as long as I freaking live. Never, ever again. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we had a lot of good times and all, but no, that peace of mind, man, you have no idea how much that's worth. That's worth so much money. It's not even funny. There's no money in the world that can pass peace of mind. When you get older, you'll figure it out. If you're younger, you're definitely going to figure it out. You know what I mean? When people are young, they want the whole lovey-dovey. You got to have somebody, got to be with somebody, da-da-da-da-da. As you get older, you realize that less and less you will have friends and less you desire to be by yourself. Yep. And if you're basically content within oneself, where basically you can find entertainment within the simplest things in life that bring you joy, and therefore you have found true happiness. That's what I feel to me at the end of the day. I got people that are single and go, oh, but you gotta find some. Yeah, right. So I can basically hear the same thing you guys here arguing about freaking baloney and socks in the sink. Ah, Mother George. It's already open. No, I'm good. I'm gonna regret this. I like this so much. I'm gonna regret it. I get a mucus buildup. Gonna check me out. So people that are, but it's each his own. That's what it comes down to. And that's what the guy explains to me. He talks about how he was married. He was actually married, and he explains about how he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy at all. Period. People grow apart. They're not happy anymore, and then sometimes you're stuck in that because people don't want to divorce. Because again, you know what I mean? It can be costly, it can be expensive, a lot of things can go wrong. And then the person that you thought you knew, you don't know anymore because they become a complete different person. Like, wow, like, I can't believe I'm going through all this. And it's a whole separation thing because, you know, you've been with them for years. And I don't know how people do it. People who divorce and get your life together, man, I've got so much respect for you because I could not do it. That's a lot. You spend a moment with 10, some people no longer than that with somebody every single day. But then you realize that when you do divorce that person and you finally get over that hurdle, how much better life is. But I've never been married before, so I have no idea about what that is. And never had kids, so I have no idea what that is either. And I get people get mad at me when I don't have kids. Like, you don't have any kids at all? Not one? Not one child? No. I was like, no, I don't have any kids at all. Any of them at all. Like, wow. So all your, yeah, my money's mine. Taco don't take out much. He's my child, and he's my fur baby, but yeah. No, he doesn't want to go to college. But yeah, I get people get mad at me about that. I mean, really get mad at me about that. Oh, you're not a man at the end of the day because you got to have kids. No, no, you don't. You go to YouTube, you will find tons of people share my same point of view. And I watch them all day long talk about how, you know, that freedom of not having kids and all that. But that's a choice that you make. You know what I mean? It doesn't just happen. It's a choice that you make. When I reached a certain age, I realized that I didn't want kids and I didn't want to get married. And I stuck with it. Now, unfortunately, when I got caught up in the 5-year relationship, I mean, when I was in a relationship previous to that, and that's when I realized that no, I wasn't going to definitely get married. After coming out of that relationship, I was never going to go there. But eventually, I met somebody and fell in love with them, and then was in that 5-year relationship, and, whew, man. Everybody knows that, come on, you can't really say and be honest with people. You can't say it's the worst thing ever happened to me because it's the worst thing that happened to you later. If that person really showed what they really were when you first met them, do you think you would have spent 5 years with them? No. There's no way in the world. So you have to say, okay, yeah, the first 3 years or 2 years was fantastic and the rest of it just went downhill and it became the complete nightmare of all nightmares. That's usually what they turn into. Let me say something for Taco. So that's what they turn into, you know. And people say if I had a time machine, if I had knew what I knew when I first met that person, I wouldn't want to put them with a 10-foot pole. But if something was there, because you married them, or you dated them, so it must have been something there you saw. People change. That's another thing too. Get married, you hook up with somebody or whatever, they change. Could be a number of things can make them change. Could be talking to their girlfriends, could be talking to their guy friends, could be something they read in a book, could be something they saw, and they come back a completely different person. It's the most jacked up point of view you've ever seen in your entire life, but you have to endure that bull crap at the end of the day. Yep. I had a conversation. I went out today to go pick up a few things. And a few people I talked to from time to time were asking me questions like, hey, Ken, how come you never got married? You never had kids? No, one yet. A man cannot have kids? I choose not to? What do you think? Every guy's going to be a dog on the face of the planet, a bunch of kids on it for him? No. So, some guys just choose not to have kids, like some women. Women get pressured the worst. They do. They get pressured the worst. You think guys would get pressured? No, women get pressured the worst. Especially at a particular era. It was expected for a woman to be married, be out of the house, be married with kids and all stuff like that. And if you look at the tutorials from the 1950s, good gracious, what the freak, really? There was so much male chauvinism going on, it was not even funny. They literally had tutorial videos on teaching young women how to obey their husbands. I mean, it's a different thing to obey your husband, but not on that level. That's actually a slave right there. That's literally a slave. How it's her job to stay home. Now, if you choose to take care of the kids, you do. That's you. But these were videos telling you that you had to stay home. Your job was to take care of the entire household, the whole 9 yards, everything, and be a servant to him. When he came in the door, we would take his coat, his hat, set him down, get him his afternoon pipe, his newspaper, his slippers, and everything. That was your job, and then go make dinner. That's what they trained him to do. Look at the videos from the 1950s. Look them up. How to be a good wife. And you're like, really? Mm-hmm. And if a woman didn't do this, right? If she didn't do this, she was frowned upon by other women who thought she was a bad wife. Single mother? Mm-mm. Not in the 50s you wouldn't. Not in the 1920s either. You wouldn't. If a woman was a single woman back then, they considered her to be a bad woman, a loose woman, woman out in the streets, whatever. It's really bad. They had a thing on Happy Days about a woman who moved in next door, and none of the parents would talk to her. Nobody would talk to the neighbor, nobody, because she was a single mother. Unless you show that your husband was in the war and he was killed, and you're a widow, that was the only excuse. But because he didn't die in the war or anything, and they separated, they considered her to be a bad woman, a bad mother. That's how it was, yeah. Kind of messed up, ain't it? Oh, society. How interesting you are. I just found that crazy. But yeah, by then, you would find a man, make a difference if he was bad to you or not, as long as you were married. And that was it. That's all that mattered. You was not supposed to get an education or go out and try to better yourself. Your job was to be barefoot and pregnant. That was the motto. Women wasn't allowed to go out and get a degree. When women started to go out and go to college and get a degree and try to advance their lifestyle, husbands would be bitter and upset. Some women get beaten for it too, because she went to go out and get an education. Because what happens if they separate? You know, she got to survive. She got to feed her kids, right? Got to take care of herself. I do advise. When I was in a relationship, I advised my ex to go get a degree. I'll pay for it. If we separate, you got a way. You got to survive. You got some kind of craft at the end of the day that you can make money off of. I'm against it at all whatsoever. Or a man to get upset because a woman makes more money than him. What's your problem at the end of the day? You don't throw it in your face. Some women won't even at a party. They'll lie about their profession to make their man look good. And at the end of the day, it goes to help the household. So who cares? That means that if you can't accept that, that makes you a child. That's what it makes you, a child. Grow up. Now, if she was throwing it in your face, then that's a different story. That's kind of jacked up. But if she's doing it to help the household with you, that's a beautiful thing. I get better with this knife every day. I had to sharpen it a couple days ago. I can get that Sharpie with it. Sharpie! Speaking of Sharpies, you fall asleep in a car with my family, you're getting Sharpie. And you're lucky if it's not permanent. That's the golden rule. Don't fall asleep in the car, or you will get Sharpie. But I like watching these documentaries on people who just chose to basically be by themselves. I love them. I love them. Then you read the comment section, and you got the people in there that are married in relationships, and they're saying, well, it's not that. No one's saying it's bad. No one's saying it's bad. No one's saying it's a bad thing at all. It's not a bad thing at all. It's what people choose. If a person sat there and they talked about how they enjoyed married life and everything, you got people in the same group and they talking about, well, I don't want to be married. I don't want to have kids. They're going to give all these reasons why they don't want it, because that's for them. I one time had a brother-in-law tell me, I can tell he wasn't happy at marriage. He wasn't. He said, man, you're lucky. Just for me, I'm lucky. He said, man, you're free. You can go anywhere you want, do anything you want, just like that. That's true. I said, well, you don't like being married to my sister? Now, look, I'm going to tell you something. I love my family and all I do. I love my sisters. But I know my sisters at the end of the day. They can be violent. They can be mean. They can be hurtful. They can be. There's one thing in your family at the end of the day. You know you got family members that are going to do crazy stuff. You know that from the door. You can't just lie and take your families because it's family at the end of the day. You got to be truthful at the end of the day. It may not cause you guys to speak for a while, but at least you're telling the truth. I know my family members. So, but he wasn't talking about that. He was just talking about some people get married, and it's nice at first, but then things start to settle in, and that's what it is. I've got a marriage counsel. I swear I'm having these conversations all the time. This is the part I don't understand. I will never understand as long as I live. Ever. You don't want the man to cheat. You don't want to sleep around with other women. He's loyal to you. He didn't cheat on you. But you don't want to hook up with him. So what's he supposed to do? Some people stop dressing up, stop looking nice on both sides too. And they're not attracted to you anymore, and they get attracted to other people. Whose fault is that? That's your fault. That's for the other part, where you always hear that joke. Well, she was like that until we got married and everything changed. Yeah, literally, people bring that up because it does happen. They don't want you to mess around with anybody else, but they don't want to mess around with you. And you got to sit there and deal with that madness. And if you cheat on her, it's your fault. Figure that freaking nightmare out at the end of the day. But a lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Somewhere along the line, it just dies out completely. Or, even with the woman, the man doesn't even find her attractive anymore. It dies out. I guess it's gone. That's why over down 69th Street, you had a lot of women who got a lot of plastic surgery. They were just trying to keep up, be that trophy wife. And that young internship or whatever was coming in, he was giving her more attention. That's why I said, that's why I'm not getting married, ever. Nope. You are not bringing me that freaking circus ride or freaking roller coaster nonsense. No. I'll watch that up there. Women coming over to drop off. Somebody left at the office. Gorgeous. Chick come out of the car. And the wife had a couple of kids and all, you know. You can see him blushing around and everything. And she was mad, man. Just mad. We're going to do plastic surgery and get all this stuff done. You gotta go through that freaking Frankenstein upgrade nonsense and try to keep up. There's somebody that's young. You know, if you had a mature man at the end of the day, he wouldn't even be interested in that. It's a headache. Somebody at that age will drive somebody nuts. The laughing, the giggling, the friends and all that. Oh my goodness, please shut up. It's gonna drive you nuts. There's nothing in common. And some people, for me, if it's younger women, I can't connect with them and never will. Intellectually in the brain, you're not there with me. I couldn't care what your body looked like at the end of the day. I need somebody I can connect with. I can't connect with you. I can't understand you. It'll never work. I'm having a conversation with a brick wall. You would drive me nuts. Your friends would drive me nuts because they're probably, I hate to put it this way, but this is how I feel. They're idiots just like you. Oh my goodness. I couldn't deal with it. No. It's like the equivalent of picking up your kids from school, and they got all the little girlfriends in the car and they're screaming and yelling. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, that's literally headache. But yeah, that whole thing too. But I've talked to my friends and said, well, you know, I don't want to cheat on her. Like, you don't do this and then do that and then that. That nightmare guy's got to go through. The women, oh, he don't find me attractive no more. And he's been, I've seen a new secretary. He's absolutely gorgeous. Right? He hires a secretary. He's the one that hires. If he tells you he went to an agency and they hired, no. Chances are he hired. How's the agency going to hire him a secretary? He still has to do the review at the end of the day. What if she doesn't meet the criteria of what needs to be done in the office? And you got to go through the freaking jealousy and worried about what's going on. Yeah, my goodness. Then the cheating. Man. Nah, I'm good. I'll stay on this side of the fence where it's safe. Now you got some people who got good marriages, and that's rare. That's extremely, in this decade in time, extremely rare. But I guarantee you, even in a good marriage, they got arguments, they had fights and all that stuff. They just have a very strong bond. These are the kind of people that grow old together. You know, you see a couple walking together, and they're both well over in their 80s. These people have conquered it. And then you got people now that you just leave a bowl in the sink, and this will spark off madness. You sit down and talk to that couple. Like, how? And they'll tell you, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. Those are the rare lucky ones. Extremely rare. And now you got the worst device in the world that can help you cheat and lie. Right here. You know what these things do, right? These devices right here. You know what these do, right? They get people in a lot of trouble. Got social media sites attached to them, YouTube, email messages, text messages, Instagram, all kinds of stuff. No Telegram, but it's got everything else on it. What's that? Snapchat, all that stuff is on here. Let me explain something to you. Unless you're a government agent, unless you're a spy at the end of the day, unless you're a really high, serious, high-ranking officer, and you got a reason why your phone needs to be locked 24/7, because you have sensitive data and information in there that at the end of the day, no one's supposed to see that but you, that's the only way I can see a phone being locked. Other than that, I don't see it. Why would you lock your phone? My phone's always open. Always. I don't lock it for. Got nothing to hide. But if you're freaking relationship and they gotta lock their phone, that's a red flag right there. Because let me explain something to you. People say, well, you know, I gotta have my privacy. When you're married, you know everything about that person. That person comes here, another arm to you, another extended arm. You know everything about them. You don't hide anything from them. They know everything down to your blood type, your freaking social security number. They know everything about you, but they don't know the password to your freaking phone. And that's the one device at the end of the day that can kill your relationship. Experiment. Grab your phone from your girl or your wife and take off with it and see what happens. If they get really nasty, then you already got your answer right there. There's all kinds of stuff that happens. That's how I caught mine. Yep. Her watch was going off. That's how I caught her. Always kept her phone locked. Always phone. Lock. And when we first met, the phone was never locked. When she was living with me, the phone was locked. All the time. And I asked her, why you lock your phone all the time? She said, well, I got, sensitive data in there. Another trick, too, when they dim the phone screen. They dim everything on their phone. They said to save battery. So it's basically you don't see the reflection, can't see what's going off on their phone. It's a number of things that red flags pop up. Now, you can't snatch their phone and ask you take it, because, again, if you do, they get upset and angry about it. That just tells you right there. You already know. Who's going to get, if somebody has something to hide, who the freak will get that upset for something to hide? And some people just want to ignore it. So, mine from a phone. Like I said, I told her at the end of the day, I said, look, I'm a man of God at the end of the day. If this is not meant to be, God's going to let me see it. He's going to give me a sign. He's going to let me see it. He let me saw it too. And that was the end of it. All I did was hit one time. It ain't no, we spent 5 years together. We did this and that. We can work through this. It don't exist to me in the back of my head. Once you betray me, you're going out of my life. That's it. I don't want you around me no more. And he sent it. He sent it. Phone system. Hiding stuff on her phone. That's why the phone was always dim all the time. Real dark is when she's on it. She's always got her back turned to me all the time. You know. And phone should never be locked. The phone was always locked. You're going to tell me that you got sensitive information. She worked at the airport. Sensitive information on your phone, but she brought home documents. I had documents in my possession from American Airlines. Sensitive, real serious, crazy documents at my disposal, right in front of me. They'd be in her book bag, and she would bring them, and she'd just throw the bag down, and sometimes the paperwork would be just all in the room. And I'm like, gee whiz, but at the end of the day, if I really want to do them ugly, man, I can really do them ugly. Because I could easily. I'm not that type of person, not going down that road. But yeah, there was all kinds of sensitive documents. Documents I should have never even seen to begin with. When I picked one of them up, I was like, oh, this isn't good. Yep. Not good at all. Not for me to, for that information, but good. I'm not that type of person at the end of the day. I said, look, should you be leaving this stuff laying around like this? Like, I hope you ain't throwing this out in the trash. Get a paper shredder. Shred this stuff off. This is real sensitive information. Now, why in the world would you tell me that you have stuff in your phone that you can't, you got to be careful because it's sensitive information, but yet I got sensitive information sitting all around me from American Airlines, right there. So, yeah, cell phones are dangerous. And people will cheat on cell phones. Left and right. So you go, cell phone is locked. That's the first red flag you got right there. Now let's say I gotta lock it because I'll be at work. When you're home, you're not at work, you can unlock it. What's the problem? I asked that question one time, got mad at me, got nasty with me. But you're not at work, so unlock it. Always have the cell phone on 24/7. Never leave the cell phone down anywhere. That's another red flag too. They got that phone on them 24/7, and they never set that thing down. It's always in their area where they can see it and get their hands on it before you. That tells you right there. I leave my cell phone everywhere. I got a bad habit of leaving my cell phone all the time. Don't have it locked. I leave it all over the place. I ain't got nothing in there but pictures of basically projection screen setups, and that's pretty much it. That's all I got in there, really. So yeah, phone on there 24/7. They never leave. It's always by their side. I'm talking about both parties at that. That's another red flag. The shock on some people's faces is that when you end a 5-year relationship, for some people think at the end of the day, it ain't gonna happen. They think that you're going to linger on and keep on putting up with dumb nonsense because you have spent too much time and you're not going to do that. You're not going to break up with them. I warn people from the door. I'm a genuine bridge burner. I will burn a bridge with you, and I said I've actually dropped 20-year friendships. I will burn your bridge with no problem. And people don't believe in that. So when she came back home, all her stuff was packed up in her room, nice and neat, and I told her to get out. And next question. We ain't got nothing to talk about, nothing to speak about, nothing. Not a thing. She came in, she got mad. She called her family. They picked up her stuff and she left. And that was the end of it. Don't call me. Nothing at all. I don't exist to you. And that's what happened. To this day, she has no contact with me. Interesting about it, I got all her friends. Usually that never happens. Usually I burn the bridge with the friends too, because I want nothing to do with them either. Even though they had nothing to do with it, I burned the bridge. But I developed such a close friendship. I became a godfather multiple times. They're all their kids and stuff like that. And I get along with the parents quite well. She gave them an ultimatum. She said, hey, look, you can choose me or him. And they chose me. So I got all her friends. Even one of her best friends, her best friend that she grew up with. Yep. Ticked her off. Your friends like me better than you. Yeah, but that's the end of that. That's pretty much it. Now, am I mad at her? Do I hate her? Nah. I don't give the devil that satisfaction. I'm not that type of person. I wish her the best in luck. Hope she finds somebody. Hope she settles down. Hope she knows how to respect people. At the end of the day, be a better person to somebody else. I don't wish anything evil on people at the end of the day. And just stay far away from me as you possibly can. And don't be one of those people that feel that you're going to come off the street and pop up on my table and say, hey, how you doing? So and so and so. Don't do that. I ain't this and that and the other, but I'm just explaining to people at the end of the day. It's a nice way of saying it. Just don't do that. And I've never had that problem, ever. I'm not going to tell you what I know, who I know, what I'm about. Ain't nobody's business in the day. And I try to walk that straight line with God. I do. But if you think you're going to be that type of person that's going to be coming in and out of my life anytime you want, you will learn a valuable lesson about how life actually works. And you'll stay as far away as you possibly can. And keep in mind, I don't got to put my hands on you at all. I don't have to talk to you at all. You'll be taken care of. That's all. That's all you have to know. And I've never had that problem. I've been lucky to be around women that respect when I give them those speeches. Those speeches I give in a relationship, that I let them know that if it comes to that point where basically our friendship, our relationship is no more, then you disappear. If you see me on the street, you don't know me at all. If you just walk right past me, I don't exist to you. And vice versa, same way. I will never call you. I won't talk to you. I won't speak to you. I won't even acknowledge your existence. If me and your family were good friends, they don't exist to me anymore. That's me. I'll block you clean off. I'm not that type of person. Those are headaches. Those are headaches. It's all for the better. So the headaches. Because again, if I'm best friends with your father, I gotta see you. You gotta see me. You definitely don't want to see me, and I definitely don't want to see you. To make both of us uncomfortable, it's not worth it. So I was explaining to him, look, sir, at the end of the day, I'm sorry, but it's come to this closure. We have now departed ways, and I think it's within my best interest that I also take my leave. And leave it at that. And, you know, and I've had fathers respect that. At the end of the day, thank you so much, so and so and so. It was great knowing you. Same here, sir, and left. There you go. Respectful. I love their family. I do. Every last one of them. But this is the way it has to be. It's just life. Move on. You'll forget they ever existed. And life will go right back the way it was, always. People get their hearts broken, and they sit up there and they think the whole world that's caved in around them, and they think there's no way they can survive it, and this is definitely going to kill them. No, it's not. You'll go through that pain, go through that suffering, and then you're going to be right back to square one like it never even happened. But hopefully this time around, you're smart enough and you remember that pain a little bit and you stay away from that crazy nonsense and you enjoy your freedom. And there are some people that can't do that. There are some people that like to be in a relationship. They do. Right after they get out of a relationship, they get right back in another one. I'd be looking at my friends like, what the freak did you do? Like, I got back in another relationship. I know this one's different. I really like him. I'd be like, okay. And, you know, I go meet the boyfriend and everything. And he's a cool person. Like, okay. Hopefully this works out for you, you know. And then back to square one again. Back again. And back again. Yes, interesting. You will go through that over and over and over again until you find the right person. It's like watching somebody jump off a building. Hey, Jack, here he is. The more you fall in love with them, the higher the jump. Yeah, man, this is a level 8 this time, man. You think he's going to survive that jump? I don't know. Well, here he goes. Ooh, man. He went right through the glass window of a china shop. That's pretty bad. That's going to hurt for a while. He'll recover. Come out of the hospital like, so how you feel? Good, great, man. I don't even know what I was doing in that relationship. That's actually nuts, man. I'm glad I got through all that. And then sooner or later, he'll be meeting some female. He'll be climbing that ladder to the top of the building. This may be a level 12. He's been in this one for a long while. Everything's going well. Like, hey, what's going on? Frank's on the ledge again. Really? What's below? Firework factory. And he's on fire. He crashed through that. fireworks, explosions, freaking mushroom clouds, everything. Come out of there burnt, rush them to the hospital again, go through that process and heal, come back out again. So, what's on the deal? I'm done. I'm done. I'm finished. I'm done. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. And Frank just stays on the bottom floor with the rest of us. No fear of jumping. No, you're crashing into a freaking China glass shop or basically fireworks. None of that. No, he's done. Climbing ladders. And some people just continue to climb. Hey, where's that? Yeah, he got married, man. Where's he at? Man, he's on like 100th floor. What? Yeah, he's about to jump. What's waiting for him? Piranhas. We call those sharks. That's what's waiting for you to tear you apart when you hit the bottom, because you're going to lose everything in the process. Or you might, I don't know, you might make it out and survive that ordeal. But it's going to be extremely painful. It's going to hurt, and you're going to lose something like a leg or an arm. But you're going to go down there. That's what's going to happen. Geez, piranhas. That's just messed up. Come out of there like, how you doing, man? I am messed up. I think I lost an arm and a leg in the process, but I'll heal. I'll get back together again. It takes a while. He's going to be in there for a while. He's got to go through rehabilitation, learn how to walk, talk, and be a whole new person all over again. And hopefully from this mental scars that he will receive from that ordeal, that it'll remind him to be much more wiser this time. But it came with a price to pay, and a heavy one at that. You had the right theories on this stuff. I mean, this stuff is pretty dead on, isn't it? It's kind of crazy. It just comes out like that. Yep. The new couples. We got a lot of those now. We get these new couples now popping up. Family, the grandkids are grown out and they're ready to, have kids. And not kids, but get married and meet somebody. And we're seeing them come in with these little loved ones. They're all hugging up on each other like, I love you more, I love you more. Haven't had any real big arguments and none of that stuff yet. The brown-eyed, bushy-tailed nonsense, you first meet somebody for the first time, you can't cut one in front of them. Afraid they're going to basically look at you the wrong way. That kind of stuff. They're not even comfortable with each other. They don't even know each other yet. They got that puppy love going on. I think that's so cute, man. Can't wait to wreck it for them. Nobody messes with each other. I'm not doing that. Yep. Oh, man. We got them right now in the family. Oh, they get on my nerves. Teaching me about love. You're teaching me. Wrong with you, Uncle Ken, is that you just haven't found the right person yet. Like, yeah, huh? Like me and my boyfriend over here, we know each other. We know each other. Guys have an argument yet? No. We'll never have an argument. Never. We are so perfectly made together that I can't imagine us having an argument. This is going to be good. When you have that, let me know. I'm in front row seats. I'm bringing popcorn. No. Because now you start to descend into the trenches below. Trenches of war. Many casualties. Very few people come up victorious. There are no winners in that situation in any way whatsoever. And if you do consider yourself a winner, watch out, revenge is coming. Yep. The deeper you go into trenches, the worse it gets. It goes from arguing with each other, then you make up, and it gets to the point where you argue and you don't make up, and you start basically getting to a point where you just can't stand being in the same room with that person. They just annoy you. Everything they do, they chewing, eating, brushing their teeth, just annoying all day long. Just look at them from across the room, like, look at them over there, just breathing up all my air. Why is he still breathing? Why is he still alive? Why does he even have a heartbeat right now? What was his mother thinking when she had him at the end of the day? She knew what she was making at the end of the day. You start having those thoughts. You look back at you, smile like, hey, how you doing? Yeah. So y'all had a bad argument that day. Y'all just hate each other. There's no tomorrow. Man. I'll tell you what. Can't even eat your food right. Your food didn't even taste right. Everything's better because that person's in the environment. The minute they leave, everything's a little more happy. When they come in, like, ugh. Yeah, devil just came into the room. Look at it. Pointy horns, everything at the end of the day. Ooh. Yeah, I just sit back and watch couples in this and just observe this whole madness because I did it myself. And you'll get back together the next day and everything will be peaches and cream. Oh, hell no, it's just something we're going through. I really love him so much. He's, I love her so much. You know what I mean? I can't live with that person. And then 3 days later, oh, my goodness, I swear. Just want to back up on him. Just hit him with the car, just back up on him. Just what I want to do. Just that, boom, boom, boom. Like, see what happened? Nothing. I don't want to talk about it. Just got my nerves. I end up going for a while. And there'd be the big argument. We got to break each other's stuff. And she throws something at you, you throw something at her, you're screaming at each other. You bring family into this, how much you hate her mother, how much you hate your mother. It gets pretty bad. And then maybe, just maybe, you'll have flashing cars in front of your house, like police out there. Because you two had an argument, you're about to really kill each other at the end of the day. Y'all lay hands on each other because y'all that freaking ticked off at each other. Yep, and you get to a point in the back of your mind, then it kicks in, that door opens up like, you know what? I'm better off without this person. Yeah, that's when that kicks in right there. Now you're just in it for the sake of just being in it, because you know why? You can't separate from each other. Because you've been with each other for so long that if you do separate from each other, you feel like you were just going to die. So now you're stuck in it. You're stuck up happy, miserable, and there are days you are happy. There are days you have fantastic days. There are days you guys will sit back and watch Netflix, or you can sit back and watch Netflix, and that person could do something to trigger you off that fast, where you end up watching in your room and they're watching in their room. And y'all can't stand each other for that time. Yep. But you can't separate, you can't leave each other. So you've been together too long. And you can't imagine being with anybody else. And you can't imagine her being with anybody else. And she can't imagine you being with anybody else. So you're stuck with each other. Meanwhile, the single guy, me on the other hand, is sitting there smiling at you. I did that one already. Man, I can sense that a mile away. Like, wow, so what happened over there? Really? Okay. You know what's beautiful? The beautiful part it is, if that person lives with you, your solitude has become part of that nightmare. I know, I did it myself. I paid $1,800 to live in a house where somebody I didn't like. Yep. So I'm not laughing at you. I did it myself. And you weren't paying $1,800 to live in a house where somebody you didn't like. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. You can't, there's no part of the house will bring you peace. None of it at all. Then they call you on your phone, and you look at the number, you don't want to pick it up. There used to be a time where that person would call you and you would break your neck. You should climb over furniture and just get to your phone and say, hey, how you doing? Now it's more like, who's that? Oh, the headache. You even change out their name on the phone. It's no longer Crystal anymore. It's the headache. Well, it's not Frank anymore. It's the headache. Plus even my girl, I don't know, man. He's getting on my freaking nerves every freaking day. Getting on my nerves. Getting on my nerves. He just get on my freaking nerves. Ugh. And the day after that, he'd be like, oh my goodness, yeah, like he is just a sweetheart. He is just, I tell you, I don't know how I can live without him. I just look at this bipolar, this bipolar nightmare go off. And I did all that mess already. I went through all that crap. I went through 5 years, or 3 years, of that nightmare nonsense. And this is the reason why I stay single. Because I learned. Yep. I got thrown in the fire way too many times, but this time, I got cooked. I got cooked, bro. I'm not doing it ever again. Never. Nor to live. Never. I got plenty of girlfriends that are friends. We hang out, we chill, and that's it. Bam. As far as we're going. Nope. Some of them take it too far. Let's figure at the end of the day, I got a guy that's being good to me, nice man. We're friends at the end of the day. That's how I'm going to treat you regardless. We're friends. They take it too far, and they think, you know what, maybe we should start. Don't say that word. Now I got to cut you off. I'm not doing that. I had a long conversation with somebody today about relationships. And I had to be brutal. I had to tell them what I think. Another thing, too, is that once you achieve this level of having your own space, there's no more that smile in someone's face just to get them to like you. You don't have that anymore. Because again, you don't care. Most guys are better for backwards. Most girls are better for backwards to get someone to like them. When you live in my world and your mindset's like this, where you like to be single, you're a completely different human being. You have control over all things. I don't care about impressing you. don't care what you're wearing, what you have on. I don't care. You can talk about this and that. I don't care. We can talk about a few things, but all that thinking you can manipulate and control does not work on me because I don't care. I'm not into that. That's power. Yep. Women are interesting creatures. They're very beautiful women. They know how to control their beauty. Push their hair back, batting with their eyes, smile, taking their tongue and licking across the top of their lip. They know how to control things. They realize that when they're young, and little boys will bring them gifts and stuff like that. And all they have to do is just smile a little bit, and that light his light of up. They know that. They got power. Very few men can do that. Very few men have that kind of power. But women have it automatically. Why do you think Adam ate from the tree? Women have power. They do. A woman can live with somebody and never have to work ever. Can a man do that? For a man to do that, he's going to have to be like really like a goddess or something. Then they do that, and chances are, whoever he's hooking up with, more likely he's just going to be a sugar mama. But women, yeah. I remember at 18 years old, I had been on top of $1 million yacht. Have flown in beautiful planes and been to places in them days because they're gorgeous, they're beautiful. They can capture and allure. Men can't do that. Only certain ones can. So you take 10 men, probably one of them will have that capability. Take 10 women, 8 will have it. Yep. And even the ones that are not that attractive still get married, still can capture a man's heart. Because they expect for the man to bend over backwards, flirt with them, because they're used to it. They hear it all day long. The man or woman walks out of the house, hey baby, how you doing? And they hear it all day long. No, that's why some of them are mean. They walk up to some of them, they get nasty with you, because they hear that crap all day long. Probably some of the dumbest lines you probably heard in your childhood, they hear that all day long. You ever had someone talking to you bull crap all day long. The minute you walk out of the house, all day long. That would drive you nuts. Can't talk to me like I'm a human being. Got to talk to me, hey baby, what's up? How you doing? I don't want to hear that crap. But when you don't, at the end of the day, don't entertain any of that, and they try to use that stuff on them, you're like, yeah, you talk to them regular, it shuts them down completely. Captain of your own, what's it, captain of your own castle? Yeah. Got power. Power. And you can hear all of it. You can hear all the keywords and everything. Keywords that would flatter you, make you smile. Like, you got that car over there? Why you worked hard to get that? That's really nice, man. That's really nice. You got a car like that. Wow. You must be doing really well off and everything like that. Man. You know, I was just wondering, they got this whole, trip coming up, you know what I mean? It was really nice, I was thinking about going with, something, but I was wondering, maybe me and you want to hook up? You want to go with me? There you go. I'm like, nope, busy. Got things to do. Working on a few things right now. My time is occupied. I don't have time right now. But hey, nice seeing you. Hope you have a great day. I'll be right there. Man. Really got now, that's why I stopped eating these things. I had to lay off these things. I'm addicted to these. The Laffy Taffies, the big box they make, the big one that has 200 in them. I can kill one of those off in 2 days. I just ate this. I only bought 2 of them. I have no idea. I ate them that fast. Where's the other one at? Oh, snot. So, that's gone. All right. And you're probably thinking, at the end of the day, while you're sucking all this stuff, if you think it, I shouldn't do them both at the same time. I'm building a reactor man and having this conversation with you. Give me one more. You think I'm here occupied? Like I don't know what I'm doing because at the end of the day, I'm talking to you. And say he's probably all occupied. No, I'm building in my head. You can't do more than one thing at the same time. I've been messing with my friends like so. You just stop and text, like texting and walking at the same time. You can't do it. He said, no, it's complicated, like walking and talking. Yeah, that's a doozy. Walking and talking is a doozy. I don't know how people do it. I struggle with it every day. But I find it fascinating. I mean, it comes with my gray hair. Yeah, when the troll said, you got gray hair. I know I do. I want more. I love my gray hair. I love it. I want more gray hair. I love it. I envy people who have gray hair. They have full set of hair. And I like, by the way, I like my head shaved. For Mr. Fernando, who thought in the day to make lines on my head, that's going to cost you a lot of money, ain't it? A lot of money. Yeah, that picture he did, he posted, that's going to cost him a lot of money. He's going to be poor when I get done with him. I ain't telling you, Rue, he is literally going to be poor. He's getting sued so many times, it's not even funny. You know how bad it is, people. You really don't understand how bad it is. It's really bad. That picture he did right there, that picture and is going to cost him $175,000. Like, he is literally going to get sued. And then the two process servers that are going to be hitting his door for that copyright nonsense, that's $60,000 he's got to pay me. They went through his finances, by the way. So you know that. Yeah, I had to hire somebody to go through his books, what he really has. He don't have that much money. He's in a lot of trouble. You don't have the money to pay us. You got to pay my attorney's fees, too. And my attorneys aren't cheap. I'm just going to let you know that. He ain't got the money. So, I don't know what he's going to do. It ain't going to be good. That's the small lawsuits, people. Mind you, we still got to go to federal court for the other copyright. And they can land in the millions of dollars. He ain't got that money. You're talking about $250,000 per infringement. And one of them has 52 on them. So you do the math. It's a lot of money he's going to pay us. He ain't got that money. He's going to be homeless. Ain't my problem at the end of the day. You have to do dumb stuff at the end of the day. Yeah, they say, play dumb gun games, win stupid prizes. Yeah, so if you're in the room, Fernando, just let you know that soon my process server, that paperwork is almost done. Pretty soon we're going to be on your doorstep. And you're going to be in a courtroom in front of a judge if you do show up. This is the one with arbitrators involved in the CCB, yeah. Yeah. Bad. But I found it ironic. He made that movie, a video called Moving On to Bigger and Better Things. That cost him $175,000 is what it cost him. Yep. You're moving on to bigger and better things. You're going to pay my money. Damn. I sued him for it. And by the way, I like my shaved head. I've been shaving my head since I was 26. Yep, I like it. Gotta get used to that whole condition thing, though. Like, more and more men now are shaving their heads, you know. It's too expensive. And you got people who have hair and cut their hair down like that. I got a couple of my friends who have hair and they cut their hair. It's basic for them. They like it. It's cooler. And that's what they like. Or if you feel like you're like a little kid at the end of the day, you want to throw a hair on my head to try to tease me? I prefer to wear my head this way. I like shaving my hair. I love it. First time I shaved my head, I was like, freedom. Now I'm going to the barber shop. I can do it myself. I trim my own stuff. A man should know how to shave himself at the end of the day. He should know how to clean and shave himself. You should know how to use a razor, all that stuff. I use trimmers. I don't use razors because my skin's real sensitive. I'll get the bumps. You should not do all that. But you doing that, it's like you try to make a mockery of any man that chooses to shave his head at the end of the day. We choose to shave our heads. I like it. Only thing I got a buddy of mine who started to shave his. He shaved his head now. He got that whole thing. I'm getting one of those that has the 3 of them. You put your hand in shave. That thing is beautiful. I want one so bad. I'm getting one. But he started shaving his head. And he was like, how you get used to the wintertime? I said, you got to condition your head for it. You're going to wear a lot of big, comfy hats all the time. You're going to rock a baldy. That's what I like to do. But you're going to wear a lot of heavy hats. Once you get used to it, you can rock baseball caps. I rock my military cap. Even if it's freaking 4 degrees outside, I can rock it because you know my head's conditioned for that cold. But the first time, man, you're going to get headaches like there's no freaking tomorrow. Got to wear a big old comfortable hat. You want a warm hat, you're good. In the summertime, it's like air conditioner 24/7. It's so much cooler. Oh, you have no idea. Now, when I see people with hair on their head, I'm like, how you stay? It's like watching somebody with hair on their head in the summertime. It's like somebody watching somebody wear a Russian wool cap in the middle of freaking 120-degree summer weather. That's what it looks like to me. I can see the beads of sweat coming down your face. I'm not going against anybody who wears hair, but it just basically, yeah, I had a couple of people, like I said, who had afros. And they shaved their heads, and they were like, man, I'm telling you, in the summertime, it's like walking around with an air conditioner on your head. That's what it feels like. It's so nice. The only thing is that you could be shaving your head more than you actually would cut your hair because your hair grows back at a rapid pace. Now, some people wear it closed, and you know something that's crazy too? Women are now shaving their heads. I've seen a couple women shave heads. Yep. Or they're cutting their hair real close. That's the style now. Women are wearing hairstyles where the hair is this short. Some are just like that. I think it looks nice. My preference for me at the end of the day, I don't care if your hair is long or short. I really don't care. I dated women with mohawks and all that stuff like that. It don't bother me. A woman with a shave, that don't bother me. It's for you superficial men out there, superficial, that bother you. It bother you? It bother you? I like them when they wear the hair, like the mohawk, and they shave the sides. That's pretty hot too. I like that hairstyle, but short hair don't bother me. I like short hair. And if it's a buzz cut, I dated a woman who had like crystal green eyes. Her eyes were gorgeous. They were gorgeous, and she had a she used to wear a buzz cut. Beautiful, very beautiful. Yeah. Superficial. Superficial. Write it on the wall. No. Can get past the superficial nonsense. I saw a couple today. I think they might have been Dominicans. They're older Dominicans. They're walking down the street, they're holding hands and kissing each other. I said, oh, look at them. Like they always been in love with each other. I think that's beautiful. No, so like I said, I see stuff like that. I don't sit there and go look at them like, oh, you bunch of suckers. I look at them, I look at it's beautiful. But when I look at them, like they were acting like they fell in love for the first time. It was beautiful to watch. Beautiful to watch. Some people, couples are like that. You see the happiness of that. You know they argue. Everybody has arguments. That is true. The arguments and fights and whatever. But I'd rather see the happy side than see the arguments. Any day. They were so happy. And that's why I look at that at the end of the day when I see people, all different races, all having fun and laughing and joking with each other. That's why I'm against that whole deportation nonsense. Because I think everybody and anybody should be able to come here and live. Yep. I like to see all races of people all get together joking and laughing and having fun. And I think anybody should be allowed to come here. If anybody wants to get a piece of the American pie and they want to work hard and they want to basically build something, why shouldn't they be allowed? And for you jerks at the end of the day who don't share my point of view on that, you think they don't belong here, well, guess what, Mary Poppins? You don't either. Because I know some of the Native American Indians will tell you don't belong here at all. Jack. You know how I feel about that, right? I'm very strong about that. I'm very strong about that. Oh, he ain't going well for him, man. I'm telling you something. Last time he was in, I ain't watched too much about him. But, man, he got heat on him. They got heat on both of them. The judges are overturning all his executive orders. He's backtracking on a lot of stuff. And for idiots that came out there and said, oh, but they're not allowed here because at the end of the day, they're going to just bring drugs and violence in. Please, you got to be kidding me. There are people who live right here, born in the United States. First of all, honestly, what is an American? Because the only Americans I know are natives. Those are the only ones I know. Who are the ones that are really the one that are native to this land? Wouldn't that be the Indian? All right, then. What the freak are you talking about? You're just blaming a race of people because just one person just don't like them. That's all. People get mad at me at the end of the day and sit there and go, oh, but I don't think it's right. Well, you shouldn't be here either. What do you think about that one, Jack? Well, we don't have a comment on that one, do we? Oh, you don't, do you? Okay, I was just wondering. In any race of people you're going to have people there that are going to come in and they're going to be good. And you got people going to come in and they're going to be bad. What you think you're going to say that all Americans that are here right now don't commit crimes? We don't do anything violent. We don't kill. We don't murder. We don't do none of that at all. Really? We don't do that. Heck, a bunch of them just try to storm the Capitol. Do you believe that? Yeah, they were Americans. They try to storm the Capitol. Try to overthrow the government. Wow. Interesting. It's funny. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. But you know, at the end of the day, you don't want immigrants in here because you said all of them are drug dealers and all of them do this and all that. But yet you had very American, some of them even military. Military. That swore an oath by that flag to protect it and honor and serve on January the 6th. Yeah. By my standards, they should be deported. They should all be rounded up, and they should be kicked out of the country, including with the orange guy. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? That is interesting. Isn't that interesting? That's interesting. But nobody in America does anything like that whatsoever. Nobody. We don't. Well, that means if that was the case, we would have no crime in the United States. All 50 states would have no crime at all whatsoever, ever. Not ever. Now imagine, if we're in the United States, all 50 states, we don't never have crime. The crime doesn't even exist. And then the minute we bring over people from overseas, crime just starts popping off at 100%. We ever had that? Oh, we never had that, right? So we've always had violence in the United States, always, right? We have shootings and mass shootings and people riding around like Timothy McVeigh and blow up half a building with a U-Haul truck filled with fertilizer and explosives, and the Columbine shooting, these kids went in and killed all these people, and a freaking high school, and there's that other guy went in and killed a whole bunch of people. So, you know, that stuff never really happens on U.S. soil, right? We never had that issue, right? Come on now, be real. You're going to have people out in every country. You're going to have good people and you're going to have bad people. It's always going to be that way. You can't just say a whole race of people. I'm not going to get into the other thing about other things about that stuff because I'm not talking about that. Leave that in God's hands. It's something else involving something else they talk about, but I'm not getting involved in that. But yeah. I remember, I forget, there was this newscaster destroyed her life. Life destroyed. Lost her job. Got stripped of everything. Even got kicked out of her apartment complex. They got rid of her. She's receiving death threats every day. Her life was an absolute nightmare. There had these immigrants that were trying to get to the border. And this woman was running with her child in her hands. You know that newscaster stuck out her foot and tripped that woman, her child? Yep. That was the end of her life right there. Over and done with. She was trying to apologize, trying to say she was sorry for what she did. No, it's too late. It was over. It was over. They fired her from her job. She was kicked out of her unit, evicted from her building, all that stuff. People don't like that kind of stuff. They don't. They don't. You got people, when they were doing that whole thing with the immigrations, they were picking up people from Puerto Rico and sending them back to Puerto Rico. You do know how that works, right? Do we know that? Anybody on a map at the end of the day? Yeah, the Native American Indian. They were trying to sign an executive order to basically deport the Native American Indian. How dumb does that sound? Yeah, how dumb does that sound? Now you voted for it. I'm not going to give it. I'm not going to acknowledge it as a human. You voted for it, right? Didn't you? You signed an executive order to deport the Native American Indian. Tell me how that works. I'm curious. How does that work? Here, get some sugar milk for you. She's gone. She left already. So now you can't get all hyper. Get out your loves. All your loves acting all strange. Wait till I tell Aunt Vicky about how you carried on when she was out there. Oh, she's going to have a ball with you. Here's your milk. She's going to have a ball with you. You know Aunt Vicky's going to teach you on that. Yeah, I saw that. Executive order for Native American Indians. Native. They have more right to be here than us. It's their land. And you sign an executive order to deport. Where are you going to deport them to? Where are they going? Oh, we'll take them around the corner. That's what we'll do. And we'll put them back where they're at. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take them, process them, put them through the whole freaking bullcrap 9 yards, and then bring them back. That's a waste of your tax dollars at the end of the day. Gee, where's Louise? Talk about stupid on multiple levels. You know what you vote for is what they call you. If he's an idiot, so are you. Native American Indian. I heard that. I was like, what in the world? How is that even possible? Yeah. Ugh. Unbelievable. Let's call it this cardboard PC kingdom and talk about freaking common sense. I'm watching. I'm glad when he gets impeached. I'll tell you one thing. You Maggies, you wear a Trump hat anywhere. I hope you're a track star because there are a lot of people going to be mad at you. Remember, that crap that you started, everyone got hit with that mess. Not just one person. Everybody got hit with it. And I told my brother at the end of the day, you better never, ever come to a family reunion with any Trump stickers, no hats in the car. Better not see any of that stuff at all, period. After that madness you just caused at the end of the day. And I love it when they sit there and go, what madness? We didn't cause any madness. You voted it in. You know what it was. It's your problem. You made that problem for everybody. So don't come to the reunion with that mess. Don't do it. We better not see it. I had a couple, we're not the only person that called him. A few of my family members contacted him. Let him know. Don't think about it. He ain't coming to no reunions anyway for a while. He ain't allowed to come to no reunions for a while. We don't want him in there. Not for a while. He's loved. He's family. At the end of the day, we love him, but just don't want to see him right now. Right now. Can't see him. Just disappointed. And he argued with us on it too. He argued with us up and down. That's how we know what we're talking about. And he's a good president. He's going to do right by us. And, you know, he's going to be better than Biden. Look, let me tell you something. Biden wasn't a great president at all either, period. Because he didn't do much, okay? All he did was he did come in and rewrite the mess that the Nightmare wrote. All right? That's basically about it. But do I feel he did anything? No, not really, to tell you the truth. Food and everything was still expensive. Everything was still expensive at the end of the day. But it's not as bad as what this guy just caused. And he hasn't even been there for the whole 4 years yet. We're just getting started on this freaking roller coaster ride. But hopefully they impeach him, get rid of him. I think I finished. I forgot this other part right here. We did it with the whippable bag. So I'm gonna get this, cut this out right here for our port 6. We are building. I'm ordering the whatchamacallit right after we get done with this. The stuff we need, the silver tape in here to chill it down. Chill it down. Chill it down. Yeah. I know this stuff works. I tested it firsthand in a situation where it was a do or die situation. You had to be able to have to insulate that part. If not, you would have froze to death. I would be 9 degrees outside, and I had a nice little butane, whatever it's called, butane, little pot buddy oven over there, little system I had over there. It would do around 6,000 square feet, and the garage was roughly around, I say 212 something square feet. So with that freaking foil system in there, man, that place was getting, I was getting cooked in there. It was way hot. And in the wintertime, in the summertime, a fan made that place feel like it was air conditioned. I was wearing hoodies in there in the summertime. Yeah, that stuff works. So there's this woman who is converting a shed, like I have a Home Depot. She's converted it into a home, living home. And she was asking for advice how to keep it warm. And I said that silver insulation and that tape, that's the best thing you can have to insulate that place. Get that and get one of those butane heating systems. Get one of those put in there. And yeah, everybody agreed with it. Yeah, because man, I tested it out for myself. I literally tested that stuff out for myself. That stuff works like no tomorrow. That's what I'm going to insulate this with. Then you are the true power of the dark side. Now, I'm happy for a Maggie. I call them Maggies. I'm happy for a Maggie if basically, if they saw the errors of their ways and they realized that the mistake they made, of course, you do owe everybody an apology. You know that, right? And they basically get out there and say, look, I learned my lesson so and so and so. I'd rather forgive that person and move on. Because again, if you punish them, even though they may become bitter against you and become even a bigger enemy. So basically just go in and say, look, man, you guys made a mistake. And we all make mistakes. Yes, we do. We make, some of us make little bad mistakes, and they do deserve to be forgiven and move on. You know what I mean? My brother gave me a chance to go out there and sit with him, we'll talk, or what happened, and whatever, so and so and so. And he realized he got hit with it too, and he went through some bad stuff, and he made a mistake. He said, I'm going to never make it again. We'll work it out. We'll be all family again, and that's basically about it. We had huge arguments over that. Yes, we did. And he was convinced, and I ain't convinced no more. Nope. Now, you still going to have those other individuals, you know who they are, that will lose everything and still say, he's the best thing ever happened to me. You get those guys, you know what I mean? They like being abused. They do. They're more like, thank you, sir, man, please have another. Thank you, sir, man, please have another. Thank you, sir, man, please have another. Because you got them out there. Literally, you got them out there. No matter what. But I think majority of them saw how bad it could get. They did. You hit them where it hurts the most, in those pocketbooks, and that's it. I don't care how much of a supporter you are. When you ain't got the money to feed your kids at the end of the day, or you ain't got the money to keep the shelter that's over top your head, or even get the medication so loved ones in your family can live the next day, that'll change your attitude for anybody. Because you will put your family first before you put him first. I guarantee you. You mess with somebody's family, and you mess with their loved ones at the end of the day, and you'll see a person change completely on you. Change against them. And that's what he did. Hit their families. And he hit close to home, and that's what they didn't like. And what made it even worse is the reason why they're permanently going to ban against him, because for the simple fact that they trusted him, and that made it even worse. Yeah, even though he couldn't be trusted, but that's what made it worse. It's a wake-up call. It's a good thing it happened. It is. Everything happens for a reason. Remember I told you in life, everything happens for a reason? It was meant for all that to happen, because the people who supported him needed to see what they were dealing with. Needed to see the kind of monster that they elected into office. They needed to see it. So he bit the hand that fed them, or fed him. Yep. Now that they see what they saw, they're not going to ever trust him ever again. Now there are all those that are going to be super loyal to him, no matter what. but a good majority of them saw exactly what he is now. Because it hit home, didn't it? And you can't figure out how to feed your little ones at the end of the day, and you figure out how basically how the portals get shut off for medication for kids and your family members. It got real, didn't it? But you know why he don't care? Because he's back in. That's why. See, you can only go for president for two terms. You get 4 years here and you get another 4 years there. You can't come back in after that. So he may still need you to get back in the second time. That's why he played nice with you. Now he's back in. He don't need you. He don't care. That's why. If you notice that when he was in the first time, did he do this? Did he do that government freeze? Did all those people get hit, even his own people? None of them got hit with anything, did they? All right then. Now this time he's in, he knows that he doesn't have another chance to get back in because that's based on the Constitution. He can't come back in 3 times, only 2. So he don't need you. He used you what he needs you to get you in, get him in through those doors, and now he can do what he needs to do. He don't need you. He don't even need your money. He don't need nothing from you, not a thing. He already got what he needs. But the problem he has is that he got in, he caused too much nonsense. And he got too many magnifying glasses. And now you got freaking attorney general officers. You got freaking court systems, judge and all that. He can't get any bills out because they're turning in all his bills. And now you got Republicans, so pretty soon they're going to turn on him because they're not going to be able to get elected. No one's going to elect them. If you're tied to that nonsense, it's going to make them look bad. But I think when their time comes up, ain't nobody don't vote. Let them suffer a little bit. And they get there begging like, I need your vote, so and so and so. Like, hey, you remember that nonsense that went on with that whole government freeze nonsense? Yeah, I'll get back with you on that. Yep. See, it's the thing about history, and that's what it comes down to. You have people get up there and do the most craziest stuff possible, and they'll do it for years. But it always catches up to them. And when it finally catches up to them, all their friends that are surrounded part from them like the Red Sea. Much like Diddy. See what I mean? He's doing all that stuff for years and years and years. And then, boom, the minute that freaking mushroom cloud exploded, look at everybody. They all just separated. Just separated. It's like taking a lot of pepper, putting it in water, and you just, I know it's kind of sounding jacked up, but that's what I can use. You drop some oil in, and the minute it hits, oil and water separate, so all that pepper went every place else. But that oil just stayed right there in the center. And that's what's going to happen. When they hit him, and then his impeachments go through and everything goes through, all those lawsuits, all those Democrats are going to basically push away from him, and he's going to take the hit. Yep. And then you're going to hear, I had nothing to do with it, I tried to, and this is what I tried to do, but I couldn't do anything because my hands were tied. And all the excuses. They're going to wait to the very last end to do their little 2 cents up there, all this mess, that's what we're going to do. All this stage. Stage. I'll be so glad when God comes back, or either basically I go back. It doesn't make a difference. My mother dodged all this. In a much better place. She dodged all this nightmare nonsense. She probably wouldn't have cared anyway. She was not tight. Involved, and I've always been the type to never get involved in this either. I've kept my mouth shut, but man, this is freaking this is the stuff, man, this guy is trying to sign over on. Yeah, it's crazy. And I've never heard of anybody, like a civilian, being in the treasury. Never heard that ever in history, ever. And that's what got him in a lot of trouble, too, also. Where is my tape? I gotta put these boxes in. I gotta cut them open. Oh, is this the tape? I gotta stop putting things in weird places. Really, seriously. I really do that. I got a bad habit of sticking stuff in the weirdest places you can possibly find. Think of, I found a cell phone in a freezer one time. A lot of you know I couldn't find it. And I'm looking for it, and there it is in the freezer. I'm like, what in the world? I'm surprised my stuff actually works. What are you doing? Oh, are you there? Bite you there, Taco. I'm gonna bite you. Oh, Taco. You're in love. I'm gonna tell your aunt. What do I tell Aunt Vicky? Wait till I tell Aunt Vicky about you acting up and running all over the place, showing off. Or we drunk his milk. I know you like that milk. You drank the milk. You like the milk. I want to get you another. Get you a little bit more. You drink that milk. You like it. I'm going to tell Aunt Vicky about you showing up in front of a woman. Yeah, you Taco. Showing up in front of a woman. Ooh, do you love her? She your girlfriend now? Do you love her? I'm going to tease him all day about that. Taco. Taco, come here for a minute. Taco. Taco. Come here. You gonna sit back over here. Do you love her, Taco? Do you love her? Wait till I see her. I'm gonna tell her that you got a crush on her. Taco got a crush. Ooh. Ooh. Trying to act all tough all day long. Bite me. Everything else in the same. You bite me sometimes. And you got a crush. Ooh. Look at there. Why is he blinking his eye? Like, how does he know? He's way over there. Like, how does he know? Taco, you love her? Do you love her, Taco? You got a crush on her, Taco? Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna tell Aunt Vicky. I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell her that you got a crush. You ran around, jumping around, and it's like that. You know, the babysitter comes over and you're young. You be jumping around, showing how athletic you are and everything, how you got powers and so. That's what he was doing. Ooh, you love her, don't you? Ooh. 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 You love her. Ooh. You love her. You're gonna kill me one day. I swear he's probably thinking like, man, if I was 1,000 pounds more, you'd be done. 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 You'd be done. You're done. You're 1,000 pounds, can you take me out? I'll wrestle you, buddy. You and your murder mittens. You and your murder mittens, buddy. Like, bring it. That's all you got. Bring it. All right. I don't got the tape. I got the tape now. I was looking for something I was trying to track down. I got a habit of losing this thing all the time. Chances are it's probably on the floor somewhere. Chances are that you wear that silly grin. Bum, 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 bum. Do, do, do. I can't wait for this summer. I got my t-shirts now. I'm gonna get them in bulk. I got some custom-made Crocs. I'm wearing Crocs. You're rocking some Crocs, baby. I'm gonna rock some Crocs. Talking me to some Crocs. Get one of them JBCs or JBC or JBL boombox with a little Bluetooth one with the strap on it. So I can play my Frank Sinatra. People gotta hear classic, man. Good music. Good music. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin. Alright, then. The Rat Pack. Especially Frank. I love Frank. I wish if I had a time machine, I would go back and see Frank. Playing live, him, James Brown, all of them. I see all the greats. But basically, Frank Sinatra. I'll go back and watch Frank Sinatra. Man, beautiful music, man. That's good music. I used to play it when at the other place, Frank Sinatra in the backyard. And when I come up, they thought I was, really thought I was Caucasian. Like, you know, you heard black people playing Frank Sinatra. And they were like, well, I'm like, yeah, I love Frank Sinatra. I do. Beautiful music, man. Beautiful. Like be a lady tonight. Be a lady tonight. Look, be a lady tonight. Man. Beautiful. Beautiful voice. Wish I would have got a chance to sit here and sing. And it was funny because the guy, the military guy, he heard it. He heard the Frank Sinatra. He said, you been playing Frank Sinatra? I said, yeah, I love Frank. He said, I got a chance to hear him sing. I was like, wow, that's amazing. I think that's what I would use the time machine for, to go back and to watch all the plays and shows and stuff from the original artists. Yeah, Shakespeare? From actual Shakespeare? Yeah. You like plays and musical? Talk like opera music. Da-da-da-da. Opera music do be pushing you for to give you a heart attack. It'd be sort of It'd be all relaxed. You're like, what the freak? Yeah, it'll literally bring you a heart attack, like quick, like really quick, because it'd be all calm and metally and like. Like, what the freak? Yeah. Why? I love that drama. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. Where my buddy was telling me about, his mom had passed away too, was telling me about, his mom was a really strict Christian. They didn't allow that music in the house. Any of it. None of it of any kind whatsoever in the house, period. And this is right around the time when 2 Live Crew was big. Shake that that booty, that song called Shake That Booty. That song back in the day. And my buddy went out and got the tape from his friend. He couldn't get it, but his friend let him have the tape. So when his mom was at church, she had a nice sound system, a beautiful sound system, right? He would go in there and play that music in her house, right? One day he forgot the tape was the tape player, and it was turned all the way up. I guess some girl had called him or whatever, and he got into the conversation. He forgot it was in the tape player, and his mom came home from work, and she wanted to go hit that button, and the first thing that came up was that song, but she was upset. He got worn out. He said he got worn out. The worst thing that you could tell your kids to do is to go pick a switch. If you haven't lived through pick a switch, you don't know pain. But I had to do pick a switch. You know? I can't find it. I had it here. I lose that thing every single time. I put them right here. Every time. Come here. All right? Come on out. You see Jerry? You see Jerry? All right, let me finish this. I'll find out what I did with that thing later on. I know it's got to be here. I'll find it. I'll track it down later on. I lose it every time. Every single time I lose it. Every single time. I lose it. Yeah. Pick a switch. I was always getting in trouble. Always getting in trouble. Always doing something stupid. I was considered to be the Black Citizen Minister of the neighborhood. I was always doing something messed up. The flaming bag of crap? Yeah, I was doing that crap as a kid. Knocking out mailboxes with baseball bats. You know, you think about that later on when you get older, like how dumb that is. Because again, that's somebody's mail at the end of the day. And you did that dumb stuff when you were a kid, but you didn't think about that. You know, you're a kid, you do dumb stuff. Yeah, I did all that stuff, man. But yeah, we saw it in the movie, The Flaming Bag of Crap. And the guy up the street, well actually not up the street, a little farther up, had a nice little horse stable out there. So we went up there to volunteer to clean up his horses, and we basically got bags and bags of horse crap. My buddy, my mom always had lunch bags around, because, you know, 10 of us, you know, we were going to school, we bagged our lunches, you know, stuff like that. You know, she had bagged lunches all the time. And we went out there and bagged up all this horse crap and freaking, hey, calm it down. And took it back to my buddy's garage, and we soaked all the bags in kerosene. Got some kerosene. They burn faster, so we soaked other bags and we dried them, and then filled them up with horse crap and taped them down and went over to people's houses, like our neighbors and stuff, and we basically set it on fire and rang the doorbell and ran, which is called AKA the Flaming Bag of Crap. Did that when I was a kid. Because, you know, when you're a kid, you're going to do mischief, crazy, dumb stuff. And that's the stuff that we did. Mischief, dumb stuff. So, you know, that's when we witnessed the hilariousness of the Flaming Bag of Crap. And we must have did about 16 porches that night. Yeah, we had them stacked up already in the garage. We go back, we grab a couple, and my buddy had a Bic lighter on him. We got a Bic lighter, because they never asked questions like that. I used to pick up cigarettes from my pop out of a vending machine. They never asked questions. Freaking 7 to 8 years old picking up cigarettes. Because back then it was different, you know. But yeah, go back there, it's Flaming Bag of Crap on people's porches laughing about it. Now you're older, somebody do that to you, ready to go to war. But you got to remember, you did that dumb nonsense when you were a kid, so it's called life paying you back. But yeah, I never forget that, man. Cigarettes out of vending machine. You don't think about that now. Oh man, to send me around the corner to go pick up some freaking cigarettes. I want some Camels. Camels without the filters. I'll never forget that. Remember, he said without the filters. It used to make me remember that, without the filters. Because he didn't smoke them with the filters. So I go over and he give me some money. And I walk over and I go into the bar. It wasn't have to go in the bar. It was a little vestibule area before you got to the bar. And I would go in and I take the money and put it in the machine. I pull the lever and cigarettes would pop out. You know, you ever think about smoking them? Yeah, because there wasn't any cigarettes in it, so other than the candy. I like candy. And then he would give me a quarter and I'd disappear. And a quarter, mine as a kid was a penny candy. Penny candy was a penny. So you had 25 cents, that's 25 pieces of candy. That was a lot. You had $1, man, that's 100 pieces of candy. You had $2, that's 200 pieces of candy. You had $3, yeah. My grandma would give us $5 sometimes. They had to take that from me. They had to take it from me because I go to the store and blow the whole thing on candy. Come back with a whole bag. I can remember from my childhood, and I'll never forget. There's things that will happen in your childhood that you will never forget as long as you live. You will never forget it. And the things that happen, they just happen to be amazing and all too real. There's a place, and I'm not going to name the store because I want to keep that a part of my childhood, but there was a store I remember going to. When I came in, the woman was having an argument with her boyfriend. She was very upset. They had these candies called dollars. They're red, chewy candies, cherry. And they just came out. It was a new candy that came out. It was in that store, and anytime they had new candy come out, all the kids on the block had that candy. And I mean, the new candy came out, and you would go to the store to get that candy. Oh man, I miss those days. And you would go get that candy, like the dipsticks and all that stuff like that, the pop rocks, all that stuff. But anyway, I went to go get them dollars, and my mom gave me $1. I had $1 from my allowance. I went to go pick it up, and I never forget the woman having that argument with her boyfriend. She was so mad because I said to her, I said, "Can I get 100 pieces of the dollar, $1 worth of the dollars?" And she gave me what did she do? She gave me five or six of them. It wasn't enough because she was occupied, a little bit in there. And I said, "Excuse me, ma'am." I said, "I want $1." She said, "You know what? Forget it," because she worked for the guy. Had this place, all right, and he had a lot of young girls. There were girls of age who were in there, and he messed around with a lot of them. He did, and he would hire them, give them little jobs there, and he'd mess with them. That's what he did. And she found out she wasn't all that special because we all knew we had girls that came out of there. My sisters used to talk about, they were older, about how they would never get a job there because he was always messing with the women there. But anyway, she was so mad. She picked up that whole container of candy and dumped the whole thing in the bag because she was mad at him. So here, take it. You can have it. Just take all of it. Just take all of it. And she locked up the store and she left. Yep. She threw the keys though. I just witnessed seeing that one when she threw his keys somewhere in the bushes. But yeah, she dumped all that candy in my bag. Man, I had a bag, large bag, full of like a ton of freaking candy. I sat on the porch. I was trying to eat as much as I possibly can for my mom to come home because I knew she's gonna take it from me. My sister got it. They came in and said, "What you got? What you got over there?" "Oh my goodness, how much money did you spend?" And I explained to him what happened. It was the place up the street. They already knew from the door because he was known for cheating on them girls up there. So she said, "Okay, we got to put this up for you because you can't have all this. Take 10 pieces and that's it." And that's what we did. We take my candy and put it up because I would consume it all because I had an addiction for sweets. Yeah, well, Mom came home. I explained it to her, everything what happened. She said, "Well, didn't you? Wow, that's incredible luck right there. Didn't you make out? You made out like a bandit, didn't you?" "Okay, so you can have so many pieces a day." So even though I was on my candy allowance to have so many pieces a day, I still got the candy that I wanted. Because I used to mow people's lawns, I'd walk their dogs, I'd do all kinds of shovel snow, and I saved my money up, get enough candy, go get my candy. I worked. Yep. I had allowance, but my allowance, they could govern how much candy I have and how much I can take in. So they keep I can only have so much of it. But if I went out and worked to make my own money, I could spend what I want that day and get as much as I wanted. Yep. That's what I did when I worked. At that age, when I got a little job walking people's dogs, people knew me in the neighborhood. They knew me quite well. I take the dogs out for walks and everything. Gave me a chance to be around the dog and have fun with the dog and bring it back. And they give me some money, give me a quarter. So I save up. And I had candy every freaking day. Because I learned to work for what I wanted. There was no GoFundMe and none of that. You went out and you worked for it. GoFundMe, I think it's fantastic for people that are really, something really bad happened to them or something. I think it's perfect for that. But you see people in there begging. You ever seen the professional beggars of TikTok? That was freaking horrible. These people get on there and they beg. They can work. They can get a job and they can work. They're called professional beggars. I think they got them on YouTube. They might have on YouTube too. But they're called professional beggars. And they get on there and they beg and ask people for money. You know, I got my phone bill coming up this week. You know, I need some help with it. You know what I mean? You know, I just need somebody to come and just send me a couple of dollars. You know, I got this whatchamacallit coming up. I need new sneakers. Oh wow. Yeah, look them up. TikTok beggars. TikTok should still be operational. TikTok beggar. The other one I think is Amazon, and they get on there and they're professional beggars, and people give them money. They do. They actually give them money. And you see some people are like, man, you don't go get a job. Man, I know people that are handicapped and work. You mean to tell me if they're begging for money? You know, I got my rent coming up. You know, I don't want to be homeless. Can someone, give me like $60 right now? I need $60 to add to my rent. If anybody got it, then they'll come on there and they get nasty with you. Like, oh, so that's how it is? You're gonna leave me out in the street like that? You supposed to be my friends? You can't give me no money to help me out of my situation? Forget all y'all. Forget all that. I don't want y'all money to begin with. And then somebody send money in. They're like, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So. Like, wow. The first time I saw it, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like a prank or something. Someone just having some fun, doing something stupid online. So I'm looking for something. Online, somebody doing something really stupid. That's what I thought it was at first. But no, it's a real thing. They call them YouTube. They got YouTube and they got TikTok beggars. That's what they do. Get it, Taco. Get it, Mario. Taco got a girlfriend. Taco got a girlfriend. What did I tell your aunt? She was like, what in the world? Taco got a girlfriend. And he loves her. He loves her. You love her, don't you? What's out? You love her? Okay, whatever. What? I know, you love her. I'm going to tell you, you love her. Alright, I'm going to have to find it later. I'll track it down and find it later. I do find it, or just buy me 3 more. And I don't have to worry about losing that one anymore. Man, I hate it when I lose stuff, man. Every time. Why should be in some weird, jacked up place? I better concentrate on this and get this done. I know it's going to be some weird, jacked up place. I got a habit of putting stuff in. And they'll forget about it. I'll find it later. I'll put it in this weird place. Alright, let me see what we got to do. I got the blueprints in my head, so I ain't going anywhere. Alright, let me see. Don't treat me this way. I want to cut on this side because it'll be much easier to do on this side. So, where's my pen at? I need an ink pen. Gee whiz, bird. Hoo-ah! 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 Don't treat me this way. Man. So Mr. Bird shared his opinion just a little too much. I speak my mind, people. Look. And it's going to be one of these days when I get time comes, I pass up this earth. But at least I spoke my mind while I was here. I wasn't basically, some people are afraid to speak their mind. Because they're worrying about what other people think. You got some people not going to sit there and say at the end of the day that they are against that whole immigration policy. But you have other people about it who want to say something about it and won't speak on it. I'm going to speak on it. And if you don't like it at the end of the day, you don't like Mr. Bird's point of view at the end of the day, and you feel that they all should be kicked out, and that's your opinion, get off my channel. Go kick some bucks. Nobody wants you on here. Because they have a right to be here. Because American Indian could have really made that exception themselves. They could say, wait a minute, what you doing here? You're not American. What makes you American? Because the natives were here first. Yeah. So, they have a right to be here, just like anyone else. And they have a right to get their citizenship. Yep. Now, they want to get documented. They want to get their citizenship. Why can't they? Now, if it requires for you to come here and get your citizenship, because you would have to do it if you went to Canada or any other country, you would still have to get some kind of citizenship to show that you belong there, which is kind of weird and strange, and I'll tell you why, because it's God's plan to begin with. But anyway, let's move on to man's law. And yeah, they should have a right. He want to make it so that even if they're trying to come here and get their citizenship, they can't do that. And he tried to make it so that even if they were born here, they got to be deported. Do you have an idea how dumb that sounds? So let me get this straight. As I said before, movie stars, professional athletes, anybody that basically is from another country, was born here, or actually not from a country, they were born here, has to be removed. That's against the Constitution. Can't do that. Because that don't even, come on now, you know you're doing too much with that one. He's going to consider that to be illegal. No, no, no. It seems like you only want certain types of people in America. That's what it comes down to. But guess what, buddy? There's the Constitution. And you got to follow that. Because I'm pretty sure there's some people out here who want it that way. Who wants America to be only a certain race of people. Well, let me explain something to you again. American Indian. Native American Indian. You don't have native because you're not really a native. It'd be the American Indian would be the native. So you wouldn't probably be here either. Man, the minute you say that, when I hear people in those rooms, and they be talking about, oh yeah, get them all out of here, so and so and so, and I sit there and go, oh yeah, but what about the American Indian? And they get real quiet. Well, that means you don't belong here either, right? I ain't gonna say the same thing about you. Now they quiet. They don't want to say nothing now. Now we quiet. Now we don't say nothing. There's nothing to talk about now. Why is there nothing to talk about? I gotta mess with them now. What's wrong? You're all freaking full of opinion, all full of vinegar, and I mean, another word to use for that. You know what I mean? You're all full of that now, but now we're talking about the American Indian, the Native American Indian. What happened to all that freaking spitfire and smoke at the? Oh, we're quiet now. Oh yeah. But you don't belong here either. Oh, who would have guessed? So I guess the same attitude you got toward the Mexicans is the same attitude the American Indians can have towards you. Gee whiz Louise. I tell you something, for all you people out there who think that way, that these people should be pushed out, how about we had a time machine, we put you right in the middle of the area of Custer's Last Stand. I think that'd be fitting for you. What do you think? You do know what happened in Custer's Last Stand, right? That's where you're going to go. We'll just stick you right on out there. See, that's the thing about life. You do enough evil stuff, it comes back far worse. Custer wasn't a very nice person at the end of the day. He was not. And again, I can't express this enough. You're on American, Native American Indian soil. But he didn't see it that way. And that's the reason why he died the horrible death that he did. Custer's last stand. Stuff like that. Come on now. Alright, we got our sides cut in. Look, that's amazing while we're doing this. Because we could do that. That's what we do. We sit here and have these conversations and still manage to put it together. Look at that. They don't like my confidence. And then they say, hate my confidence level. I hate it. Like, I hate this guy, man. He comes on there. He builds crazy stuff. He talks about politics. He talks about the moon, the sun, the earth. He talks about trees, apple, pineapples, bleach, detergent. He talks about everything. And then he still manages to put it together. I'm just tired of this guy. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of him. He just does too much. I guarantee you. Hey, look. When you get off YouTube, when I get off YouTube, and you're having a conversation about me and the crazy things I do on my channel, at the end of the day, but we still get it done, that means I'm in your head rent free. By the way, my name is Kenneth. We met. It's like, how does he come in with all that craziness and still get it done? The shenanigans, baby. It's all about the shenanigans. You don't know anything about the shenanigans? You don't know? It's about the shenanigans. That's right. The shenanigans. Where you at? You guys are not even on... Man, you guys are way over there. What you doing over there? Put me over here. You're drunk. Just let you know, you're drunk. You're supposed to be over here watching me do this. And you're drunk. I don't know why you're over there. Somebody's going to come up with building a PC drunk. For the day, we're going to get wasted and we're going to build a PC. Can it be done? I watched that. I would definitely watch that. Building a PC drunk. Yeah. You call it drunk tank PC builds. We get drunk and we basically build PCs. See? Somebody who's thinking of a creative idea for a YouTube channel, I just gave you $1 million idea. So if you're going to have to drink, just to let you know. That's the bad part about it. But if you drink anyway, you can make something out of that. Because I would literally watch that. Someone building a PC while they're drunk. Heck, I might just go look it up and see if anyone's done it already. But you have to bring it out there and call it Drunk Tank PC Builds. Today, we're going to get stupid drunk, man. Stupid drunk. And we're going to build a PC while we're drunk. I would watch that. That'd have to be hilarious. And remember, you have to have designated drivers when you do this, right? Because somebody has to drive you home after you've done these videos. But anyway, it'd be hilarious to watch. People be breaking down, getting emotional on the show. So why is Frank over there bawling in front of the camera? Like the girl on the video card box, she looks just like Sheila. Just like Sheila. I knew it was meant to be together. I knew it was meant to be. Over today we're gonna build this computer. Like you're switching from multiple personalities and all that. Drunk PC builds. Alright. So now we got the chamber already developed. Oh, the battery's about to die. Charge anything? Charge? 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 I'm tired. That's why we don't like it like that. Oh, it's right over here. So we're going to build this. Kadoosh. Now we have power. Alright, so let's put this part together. I got that power. Power. That is my utility work knife. We use it for everything. 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 Let you my papa, let me buy your Bible. Right, this one's cut, no. This one is, we're throwing the parts all over the place. That's cut. Why do we have 3 of these, Bill? We made 3 of them. One in, you make 2 of them. You've done too much, bro. You've done too much. I've done too much. All right. All right, here we go. Try to steady that. Make sure I was right. 2 at the top. Right there. My cat just shut out the door. I think he has the zoomies. Taco, do you have the zoomies? He has the zoomies, people. You can't help it. So, oh my goodness, the channel is absolutely insane. These guys like all over the map, man. He's all over the map. He's just talking about this, that, everything. It's an name. It can't be boring at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I can't do boring channels. I just can't. It's just not me. Just can't do it. One of these days, I'm going to bring out sock puppets. I am watching. Bring out sock puppets. You're pushing me. Bring me out some sock puppets. Bam. But at least we get the job done, right? You can do what you want and live a color. You're not seeing this, people. You're drunk. There you see? You're bad where you're drunk. Get over here. You're drunk. There we go. And cut her sides right there. Oh, we almost broke it. We almost tore it up. Oh my god, my finger's down. I could have cut my finger off. Turd. Bird. Concentrate. 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 I should be standing up for this, for goodness sakes. Gee whiz Louise. What's wrong with me sometimes? Dun dun dun. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Now watch. When I build this, anything is super exciting and amazing at the same time, then you're gonna be out there going, oh, look how amazing it looks, and slobber and like, claw. Watch my temperature drop in my ice box. And the envy of my liquid cooling system, adaptive system. So Ken showed how to build that Ken. I already tried to. I was sat there in the room and tried to show you, and you want to listen to me. Okay, let me see. Bye. Mom, how are you? Oh, isn't it? Kate's coming way over there. What? Right there, bro. I should have never had that sugar. That was a bad idea. Good idea, that sugar. It's shutting down. It's shutting down. I'm fighting it right now. I'm fighting the micronet right now. It's about to pop up. And I'm trying to fight it because I don't want to basically go through the whole crash routine thing. Oh, get the thing heat up. Oh shoot, I had a micro nap. I hate that when it happens. Oh well. Back to work. Yeah, get them. They're called micro naps. I have them on the wall. They thought it was epilepsy at first, but it's not. It's a micro nap. Let me see. I had no idea. I was actually online. Yeah, I have them. That's why I can't. They want to do this whole thing on my brain and all this stuff to make sure that everything is fine up there. But yeah, I use things called micro naps. They pop up. And just come out of them like nothing ever happened. No yawning, nothing, just up. That happens all the time. What a freak. I can't figure out what to do. It's as if they have them in my pocket or what? It happened again. Micro naps popped up. I don't know. You know, I don't know if I don't have any tumors or anything like that triggered off of my head, and I'm not having any headaches or nothing like that. I don't have those. Not too often. If I'm standing from the monitor too long, I'll have them. So you got a chance to see one. Yep. All right, we'll cut this one. Oh, I was looking for the hot glue. That's what I was doing. There we go. Yeah. I paste these down. I ain't taking no medication or that stuff, man. I'm done with medication. I put you on all this stuff. It don't work. Let's just figure out what's triggering it. Oh wait, you can't glue these down. We gotta open these up and fold the inside of these. What are you doing? Oh man, you're doing too much. You gotta open these up. You gotta do the inside with the foil first. Do the chambers. So they gotta be opened up. Can't cut those yet. Put that right there. Open these up. Can't do this yet. Until we get the tape, and we have to do the inside with that. So these are already done. Well, yeah, for some people it said I sleep in places. Well, here's the problem. Yeah, I suffer from insomnia. It's actually in a lot of my tags. I joke about it. Insomniac, Sandman, stuff like that. And yeah, I haven't been able to sleep ever since I had a car accident a long time ago, before you guys ever knew me. Yeah, I had a car accident. Went through the windshield of a car, ended up getting screws and stuff in my head, and I've never been able to sleep correctly. I've just been having these things where I shut down and I pop back, and like it just never ever happened. So I guess that's how my mind works from now on. But it's been like that. I've been suffering from that for years. And they're called micronaps. That's what I found out. I haven't. This is why I can't drive vehicles and that stuff. Because if any of these happen to pop when I was driving, well, I'll end up killing you, myself, and anybody else that's in my path if I'm driving a heavy vehicle. I do want this vehicle called the Patriot. I do want it. But before I go through all that, I got to go through this little procedure where they have to basically study my brain or whatever stuff it is. And then, yeah, go from there. All right, I got this one and this one. So these are done. Exported bed. I never used it because there's no point. I worked all the time. So you got to do something with it. If not, you will go crazy. We got our chunk cons built already. This is already done. I was at my friend's house. We're sitting there talking, and boosh. All of a sudden, they'd be like, "Is he okay?" Like, come on, get back. Like, hey, so anyway, so and so. I'm like, what the freak was that? Like, oh, did I do it again? Yeah, you did it. Now, they happen all the time? No, not like that. They don't just randomly. They don't. If I'm standing still, if I'm oh, I got music playing in the background. That'll trigger it. MSR, I play a lot of that. Now I'm supposed to relax. And then on top of that, being hyperactive, because I am very hyperactive. Yeah. So yeah, being hyperactive, it kind of works out. Yeah. How do you think you do 11,000 videos? Probably a higher than that now. I gotta go check that number. Yeah. You got some YouTube videos. You would notice I'd be up 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning building stuff. Oh yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning. We're putting this together. We're putting that together. Putting that together. Like, do you sleep? I'm like, well, technically, no. No. You gotta do the whole stretch. And you're like, nah. I want a piece of fruit. That's what I want. I want some fruit. Oh crap! I was supposed to get that today. Some fruit. And didn't even get it. Damn it. All right, let me see. What were we at? She was really on here that long. I think half of that was when I was actually knocked out. Let me see. Right about there. Right there. Yeah. Oh, I can see it. All right, let me see. You got everything built. That's it. We got silver tape to do the inside of these. Once these are all connected, we'll connect our fans on to hook the whole thing up, insulate it, cool it down, put the whole entire liquid cooling system on top of it. We might build a small PC for this. I don't even know. I haven't decided yet, but first you got to build that little contraction first. All right, people, that's basically about it. Hope you enjoyed some of the video, because apparently I wasn't here for some of it. I was not even here. What time we got anyway? I want to go rush off and get something to, let me see. It's 5:09. How long was I out for? It was only 5:09. Probably a couple minutes. Oh, Michael, see it? Wish I would have timed that, man. All right, whatever. Yeah, some water, man. That freaking nasty quick freaking caked up my mouth big time. Taco caked up my mouth. And cakes. So grab myself some water, because man, yeah, that's why we don't drink these things. Look at this little tube here. Where did this little tube come? Where did that come from? We don't even know, people. We don't even know. Alright, that being said, there was something I wanted to do. I can't think of it now. Okay, yeah. Get it out of here. It's in here. Going insane. Insane in the membrane. It's insane in the brain. It's insane in the membrane. I'm insane. I lost my brain. We can use these right here. Oh, look at this. This whole thing. Oh, sorry about that. Run it like that. Tell me that wouldn't be sick. Tell me that would not be sick. That'd be absolutely amazing. That would be amazing. How? Because that would block a lot of the air coming through. Hold on for a minute. Oh, don't. Going insane. But I want to do the paint job first before we put these down. All right, we're going to get another set of these tubings right here. This will be perfect for what we want to do, because this will block any of the air pushing through. And we can put insulation around it to make sure all that cold air stays trapped inside. Yes. Now, I got to go get some water, because, man, now I know why I stopped drinking those things, man. That thing has caked the daylights out of my mouth, man. Like, literally, my mouth is like it's got cotton mouth, man. I got to get me some water or something. Jeez. Need to drink some more. All right, put this over here. Taco enjoyed his, so he tore his up. Alright. Alright, people, hope you enjoy. Whatever that was. Yeah. Gotta go and God bless. I freaking nodded off somewhere. I don't know. The mic.